so powerful because I want to tell you something. The worth of a woman. Let me tell you something that I learned, and that is this. Abuse often occurs. Now listen, and somebody might want to write this down. Abuse often occurs, oftentimes unknowingly, if you don't understand the worth of a thing or the worth of a person. So a lot of people, and listen, and husbands and men have abused women without even realizing it sometimes. If you don't understand the worth of a thing, then abuse can happen. And this is a book project that is designed to not just help women understand their worth, but help men to open up their eyes. And so I was glad just to be part of this. I know Dr. Katrina, we were part, she had at Queen's Legacy about 9 or 10 years ago, and I got to write about my powerful mother in there. And in this book, I got to write about my wife, my daughter, and my mom, and encouraging women worldwide. So I want Dr. Katrina Ferguson to come out, and I need everybody to participate. Again, this is one of the champions with Shop Free Mart. This is one of our champions also in the home-based business arena. I mean, oh my goodness, he's made millions and millions of dollars. I'll never forget just, being in her mini mansion and seeing the things that God had used and done with her and through her. And yet she's always remained grounded and humble, and equally as important, wanting to empower other people. So if you want to be empowered today, this is the day she's going to help you. Dr. Katrina Ferguson, my sister.
Hey, Dr. Stan, can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, champ.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me on this morning. It is an amazing day, and I am just thankful to God for this day that has come. I mean, there were times where it was only a faith walk, and then there were times when I was like, okay, I don't know where the faith is walking, but we finally got to this point. It's been quite a challenge. Good morning, family. I am Dr. Katrina Ferguson. Dr. Stan has made me get used to calling myself doctor. Grateful to God for the title as well. But we're excited because God has shown himself faithful yet again. What we thought was going to be simply a book that was going to help people learn how to write has absolutely become a movement, because God has a plan. And God plans and man plans, but God's plan is always greater. His view is from, it's almost like he's got the eagle eye view where we've got the ground's eye view. So when you're walking in faith and trusting the vision that God has for your life, you'll begin to see it as you take that next step. But it's funny how, I'm thinking, okay, the whole purpose is just to help these women become published authors so that they can get their stories out. I knew that God had promised that those who wrote in the book would be healed, those who read the book would be inspired, and that somewhere along the line we would have opportunities to minister evangelically to other women. But what I did not realize before we started this project was that there were so many women who were looking for their value in other places, looking for their worth in people, whether it was a spouse, a boyfriend, a father figure, whether it's a music video, a peer group, or even other women, whether it was relationships, wherever they found their value, it was not where it was imparted at their birth. It wasn't their God-breathed value. It wasn't the value that was imparted in them by their creator. And that's where, like Dr. Stan just got finished saying, that abuse is inevitable. Sometimes it's abuse from external forces, and sometimes it's abuse that we cause in our own lives, on ourselves, simply because we're allowing ourselves to be used in a way that God did not intend. So when we started working on this project, I started hearing stories. And some of the things that I have heard, Lord have mercy, I have had to learn to, the kids talk about the song that says, go and brush your shoulders off. I've had to learn how to almost brush my shoulders off in order to continue with this project, because I didn't realize that people actually treated people this way. I didn't know people actually did these kinds of things to other people, and they could communicate why they did them. I lied to you, I lied to her because I wanted both of you. right? I, chloroformed my child so that I could sell her to these other people for sex and other things. So now, and we, in the process of creating this movement, God said, you've got to know some of these things so that you can realize how to minister to these people. And the catalyst to getting prepared for this there were a few things, and I'm going to share with you what those were, but I have limited time. But my heart is just overflowing with the need to get out here and make a difference in the lives of these women and the men who are supporting them. Because we think that we've got angry women, we think we've got bitter women. Well, a lot of it is because no one has truly addressed what it is that they are experiencing. We're out here talking about a Me Too movement, yet we're still telling these same women what happens in the house stays in the house. No, it's not Me Too, it's We Too. Because if it happened to your sister, if it happened in your community, it happened to you. How can we expect a victim to stand up for themselves when they weren't strong enough to stand up against their abuser? We cannot. It is our responsibility as community. It is our responsibility as kingdom citizens to help them to understand and recognize their value and their worth so that they can stand up for themselves ultimately. But in the meantime, in between time, it is on us. Because why? We are all women of worth. We have women of worth in our families. And at this time in this season is going to be the women of worth that God is going to use to get us through this terrible season that we are encountering in this life. I tell you what, I had a woman come into my office who told me after 3, 4, 5 years of working with her, she just had this revelation, a remembrance, right? As she got closer to God, that her daughter may also be her sister. This is what's happening in our world, and we're not doing anything about it. Well, the buck stops here. We're changing all of that with this Women of Worth movement, #WOW movement. And today the book is being released. It's called Women of Worth, an Anthology. It's available online on Amazon.com. We're asking everybody between 9 and 9 today, get your copy, get a copy for your friends, send it to people for Mother's Day gifts, get the book and support this movement. Now, in the process, it was traumatic. We know why do we know this is the right thing? Because we have all of the ingredients for success. We have a Judas. We have someone who's involved in the project who doesn't have our best interest. They're not doing everything that we're doing it. They're not doing it in a team fashion, right? Jesus had a Judas, and look how he fared, right? We have imitators / haters. We have all of that. And we've had the prayer and the fasting, so that's all been exposed to us. And where did the prayer fasting come in? It was that 21-day breakthrough challenge. Lord have mercy. Dr. Stan came in early with this 21-day breakthrough challenge, and our personal lives started falling apart. At least we thought they were falling apart. It wasn't really falling apart. Things started getting exposed that we could address so that we could get stronger. And guess what? We didn't have to address them alone because there was a group of us. So Dr. Stan was over there praying and fasting. So the first cycle, we didn't even fast with him. We let him do that part on his own. But we were praying. And so we had these women together, building kinship, hearts knitting together, so that we were able to share what was happening with us. So we had our support, each other's support, to go through it, to grow through it, so that ultimately our greatness could come through. Then we went through the second. Well, some of us went through the second season and actually fasted together. We did a 21-day also resurrection challenge as a result. And that resurrected some of the things that were exposed, some of our goals and dreams, some of the things that we had forgotten about. So in this process, God really knit our hearts together. If you haven't taken that 21-day breakthrough challenge, I have to encourage you to do it. I mean, it's a courageous move, but your life will never be the same. You won't think the same. You won't see the same. And you will get back on track with the things that you've lost track of. I guarantee it. And as a result, we are here today releasing this amazing book, moving forward with the movement. So I want to encourage you, if you're on Facebook, search for the group Women of Worth Anthology. Join us, be encouraged, become a part of our tribe, become a part of our group. Make sure that you get the book, share it with other people. Dr. Stan, Dr. Breakthrough, I appreciate you, your friendship over the years. You're such a blessing, you and your family, and thank you for having me on the call this morning.
Wow. Now, you want to share with this Uplift Shop Free Mart family, for those who are the quick action takers, there's a limited supply left. They can get a special bracelet as well. What do they need to do to get that? Because I want mine.
So definitely go on Amazon at after 9 a.m., order your book, and then send a copy of your receipt to me, Dr. Katrina. That's Dr. DrKatrina at womenofworthanthology.com. So that's Dr. Katrina at womenofworthanthology.com with your mailing address, and we'll get that special edition bracelet in the mail to you.
Wow. And so, folks, again, if you got any woman in your life that you respect, any woman in your life that you want to empower, any woman that you know, they got to get the book. So we need you to help us. So this is going to be a bestseller by the grace of God, just like the previous one was a bestseller. But again, it takes the work of several people. You know, Dr. Stanley Williams did such a powerful job last week when he talked about the difference between unity and harmony, but then synergy, right? And that's what we have here, my friend. We have synergy working together in this anthology book collaboration, and we have synergy here in the Uplift team and synergy with the Shop Free Mart folks that are working. So here's the thing. I've been saying it lately. 1 + 1 = 2. That's cooperation. But we got to go beyond cooperation this time. We need 1 and 1, which is 11. That's collaboration. One to chase 1,000, two will put 10,000 to flight. So imagine, my friend, being part. You play a part in helping this to become a bestseller. And you know, as it's been said, what you make happen for others, God would use others to help make happen for you. And I'm telling you something, my friend. And again, what was it? Zig. You know, they said, and I'll be speaking for his staff again soon. But rest his soul in heaven. But Zig was the one that made it famous. You know, help enough people get what they want, you get everything you want. Well, this is called a win-win-win deal, because when you go to Amazon and order your book, you are not just going to also, send that receipt to Dr. Katrina and get an extra bracelet and powerful thing there. You're going to be part of this. It's going to be changing somebody's life. Get 2 copies. Get 3 if you can. Gift it to somebody else. But then, equally important, why don't you share on Facebook? Those you connected to me or Dr. Katrina and so forth, you'll see there's some things. And I'm been sending out emails and texts to people, and I'll be doing that throughout the day. But from 9 a.m. today, Eastern Standard Time, to 9 p.m., we need everybody and everybody's uncle, cousin, niece, nephew, right? Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm making a short little MP4 that I'll be able to send out. And I don't know if hopefully, Coach, you can send one out through 313131 that people have this information. And again, so we need your help. And maybe you're just strapped. Maybe you're like, Doc, I would love to. I'm just totally strapped. Okay, but you can help us promote, right? You can put it on your Facebook. You can put it on. You can take the video I did, and you can share it. You can LinkedIn. You can all the different social media things. I don't want to start calling those. You can do that. So again, imagine some young girl, some woman, somebody whose life is changed and transformed because you played a part. It was Jim Rohn that one time we were speaking together out in Montana, he and I and Bill Bailey, and he made this statement. He said, you want to make it so that when people tell their story of success, your name somehow comes up in it, right? And so it's a joy to hear Dr. Katrina talk about the 21-day breakthrough challenge and how it played the part. But wait a minute. What about you? What about you playing a part? But not playing a part of something that you're giving, playing a part of something that you will just also receive, be a recipient, and be a conduit to empower other women. And when women and men alike, because men, God bless their hearts, I tell my wife sometimes, baby, I'm not the kind, I don't take hints well. I got to get slapped upside the head. It's like I'm like so focused and stuff, right? So I got to But again, if we don't know, who's gonna teach men how to properly understand the worth of a woman? And so that's one of the things that in the book the part that I wrote. But I know it will bless you, my friend, and we come straight from the scripture. And I was fasting and praying, God, give me the exact wording and everything to say. And I believe He gave me something literally as a masterpiece by the grace of God. And so, Dr. Katrina, just got just a minute or two left. But what are some other things maybe, and just to make sure we capture what exactly people need to do? Maybe before, when you gave the instructions, somebody was driving. Now they can write down some things and they can take note of that. So to get the book and to get the bracelet and to encourage others, what would they need to do? And then there's also a Facebook group we got, and there's be Facebook Lives going on all day today. So just give us some last minute instructions.
Absolutely, yes. You can literally, the easiest way is probably to simply go to Facebook and search for Women of Worth Anthology, Women of Worth Anthology, and join the group. Just click in to join the group, and all the instructions are right there. If you're not my Facebook friend, Katrina Ferguson, you can become my Facebook friend. Everything is listed right there. Of course, the book is available on Facebook. You can type in Women of Worth Anthology, Katrina Ferguson, and it'll come right up. Both the paperback and the Kindle versions are available today. We're asking everyone to at least get one copy of the paperback. Even if you decide to get the Kindle for yourself, and that's the way you prefer to read, give the book as a gift to someone. A lot of people play the Amazon bestseller game with Kindle versions. We don't want to do that. We want to be legitimate bestsellers because we sold the book the way that the program is designed to operate. That's how we do things above board. So we want you to do that. Once you have purchased the book, send that receipt to me at Dr. Katrina at womenofworthanthology.com, and make sure you include your street address so we can mail you the limited edition bracelet that you'll have. That talks about the movement. It shows a hashtag WOW movement, and it says Women of Worth on it, either for yourself or give it to your daughter. We've prayed over them. We are believing, God, that lives will be changed as they travel around the world. This is going to be an amazing, amazing movement, and we are just gathering the masses, those who want to be a part. We've got prophets, apostles, pastors, other ministers. We are going to be creating organizations like the Girl Scouts, like sororities, but we're not doing 501c3s and creating charters where anybody else can tell us what to do, because we are operating on kingdom principles and kingdom principles alone. So we just invite you to definitely get the book, but even more importantly, become a part of the movement.
Wow. Folks, do you see how God is just all the stuff that we do, it all starts fitting in with each other? I mean, it's just incredible. So listen, I want you also to know and hear from a guy, our poet laureate, Ty Griel. Because I actually met him partly through, I was looking up because of a piece that he did, a poetry piece he did about women. And then I told Dr. Katrina, we need to have him do a piece in this anthology book. I wanted to see if I can get his permission and so forth. And so anyway, we got talking, and then we connected. And then, of course, we talked to him about Shop Free Mart, and then we got started. And, of course, now he's broken records. He's global ambassador, soon to be crowned. And Ty, Dr. Katrina says she might beat you to crown, so I don't know. We're going to see. But anyway, say, Ty, but tell us about the power of just one woman, man, just one woman. Come on now.
Well, bless your heart, Dr. Stan and Dr. Kenny and Dr. Katrina. Two K's on two Dr. K's on this call. But Dr. Katrina exudes the power of one woman, and this whole project exudes the power of one woman. And a lot of times, just like you had mentioned, we forget just how important women are to us. And so I had the pleasure of being in the book, and I think this piece is in the book, and everybody listening on this call will understand how the power of what the power of one woman can do. If one woman made up her mind to everyone she meets, be kind and fix her heart on that which is true. If one woman would be so bold as to embrace the gospel and hold, just think what a million women could do. If one woman changed her thought each time the tempter brought some selfish scheme that would her neighbor undo, if she thought for just a minute, just where is the kindness in it? Just think what a million thoughts like that could do. If Sarah could wait all those years and God dried her barren tears, and the widow Naomi, her tears dried too. If Boaz could depend on Ruth to faithfully tell him the truth, just think the million Ruths could do. If Esther could have good reason, stay patient throughout her season, and is how Solomon came through. If prophet judge could face her enemies, not budge, just think what a million Deborahs could do. Elizabeth and Mary could each miraculously carry both John, Savior Jesus, too. If Martha's belief in what Jesus said raised Lazarus from his deathbed, just think what a million Marthas could do. If one woman makes up her mind, woman for a second, when needy neighbor beckoned and found literally Moses' 10th command, with spirits filled and nourished, our neighborhoods would flourish. How quickly peace would spread throughout this land. If one woman would make up her mind to no matter what, be kind, no matter what others might put her through, the strength of that woman's resolve would all our problems solve. And just think what a million women like that could do. And we see it in this project. Women.
Wow. Wow.